Yo, what's good, homies at home? That's just your boy RC here. We're gonna talk about NXT Philadelphia. It was lit. I actually enjoyed it. Hopefully, y'all did too. I want to talk about the first match. Undisputed Era defeated Authors of Pain. I loved the match in general. I loved how they worked over the legs of what was it, Akam or Razor, one of the two. I love how they worked the legs over. It was a great opening tag team match. It was a lot of good spots in the match. I like how the hot tags were made. And yeah, Brian, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? That's how from DMV, buddy. I actually just got through watching the NXT show, and it was good. And let me see. Second match was Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ohno. I love the storytelling in the match. It was interesting. Velveteen Dream was like he could knock out Cassius Ohno in 30 seconds or less, which he actually did, but at the same time he didn't go for the pin, which actually would have been great if like he could get himself over like that. I mean, I love how fans are cheering for Velveteen Dream now. And the crowd was actually surprisingly, I'm surprised they booed Cassius Ohno, which was crazy. Um, Velveteen Dream won the match after he hit an elbow drop from the top rope. And the champion, that's what I'm gonna get to. That's what I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to the main event in a minute. It was a great match. The main event was a great match. But in the NXT Women's title match, Ember Moon won the title. Well, she's still champion. She's still champion. Um, she won with a bullshit roll up pin. Let me tell you something. The match was good until the ending. She spent a minute or two in an armbar. Shaz, let me get her name right. Shazna Baszler, I guess that's how you say her name. She put Ember Moon's arm in arm lock, right? Working the arm over, working the arm over, working the arm over after she stomped on her. And you know what? I've seen like UFC injuries and stuff. The way they scripted it is still, it looked nasty. It looked brutal. The way she stepped on it. It's like the way she just right on Ember Moon's elbow, the point of her elbow. It's crazy. But Ember Moon was in the arm lock for at least I timed it to at least 2 to 2.5 minutes, and then she won with a roll up pin. I just that was a weak way to finish the match, but the match itself was pretty cool. Aleister Black defeated Adam Cole in a 22-minute Extreme Rules match, which was pretty back and forth. Everybody got their moves in, pretty good offense, defense, and I thought it was pretty good. Aleister Black won after he hit his finisher. I forget what it's called already. I still can't get over the main event though. The main event was back and forth. And when I say back and forth, it looks like it lasted longer than the Extreme Rules match, which lasted about 20 minutes or so. And what about EC3? I'm surprised he debuted tonight, but I said he was going to debut. I was like, it would be cool if he went to Ring of Honor or New Japan or something, but he went right back to WWE. Now, as far as EC3 and Impact Wrestling, his contract's been up for about, I'd say less than a month, about a couple weeks or so. And you might see him on Impact Wrestling TV for like the next month or so because of the way Impact Wrestling tapings are. So I'm not sure. But we see a lot of new faces tonight as far as like the signees and I appreciate Quintarius. I appreciate it. Um, I like the laugh emoji you have too. But as far as the new faces we've seen tonight, we've seen Ricochet debut with the company, like in the crowd. He was in the crowd for NXT pay per view. And I've followed Ricochet's career since Lucha Underground, which premiered in 2014. I've been following his career since then. He was known as Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. Hell of a wrestler, great wrestler. I've seen his work in the indie scene too, his matches with Rich Swann and his matches with, what's the other guy's name? What's the other guy's name? Uh, It's going to take me a minute to get it, but I'll get it. Um, Shane Strickland, that's his name. His matches with Shane Strickland, Rich Swann, and Desmond Xavier are really, really good. I've seen his work on the indie scene. And I think he might make an impact in NXT. I hope he makes an impact. And I've seen War Machine make their debut tonight. I was watching them on Ring of Honor TV a few weeks ago. Actually, I seen them in a match this week on Ring of Honor TV earlier today. Because with over here in Virginia, the way ABC airs it, they air ROH TV Saturdays at 11 a.m. I seen War Machine in a match against Shaheem Ali and another person. And let me tell you something, I've been following War Machine's career for a minute. Ever since 2015 when I stepped foot into Ring of Honor, they are two massive guys who I feel like can make a huge impact in NXT. I don't know why they have to report to the training center. I guess to water down some of their moves and to run the ropes and see if they're in ring, in ring shape to perform. But I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good to go. Now, what did you say? Um, let's see. Sorry, let's see. And the main event was pretty good too. It was very, very back and forth. A lot of near falls. In the end, though, Andrade almost won against Johnny Gargano because Zelina Vega kept interfering in the match, and it was a real knock 'em down, drag out brawl. It was a good match. It was a lot of near falls. Johnny Gargano kept trying to get the upper hand. Almost had the upper hand numerous times. He just couldn't put Johnny Gargano away. But in the end, it came to that DDT, and that was it. I mean, it was a good match though. It was better than the Aleister Black versus Adam Cole Extreme Rules match, which I'm surprised. But it was better. If they put Puma on 205 Live, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. That would just be a way just to waste. I don't know why they would put him on 205 Live, to be honest. I mean, to make 205 Live interesting, I could see them doing that, but at the same time, I'm like, putting him on 205 Live is like, yeah, that's just. I feel like that's a demotion to like certain superstars. Oh, what's up? Let me see your name. Let me see if I can get your name. What's up, William Smith? Sandy versus the Wyatt family. Now, see, I want that match for a long time. I want to see a match like that for a long time. Like, if they ever have a Wyatt family reunion. Because, I mean, we got Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman on Raw, but we have Eric Rowan and Luke Harper over on SmackDown. And they've been repackaged, like, what, for a third time? They've been repackaged. WWE don't know how to push certain superstars. I'm like, that's just awful. But I would love to see a Wyatt family reunion. I would like to see him take on Sandy because with the team of Eric Young and his group of people, I don't really follow NXT as much, so I'm sorry if I don't know certain names from NXT. I just keep up with the people with certain wrestlers from NXT. I don't know everybody from NXT. But Eric Young and his group of guys, I would love to see them take on the Wyatt family. Everybody's been talking about that online on Twitter. Everybody's been talking about that. So that seems like it'll be a good match. Seems like it would. So, for those who did catch NXT by any chance tonight, what did y'all think about it? I want to know what y'all thought of the NXT pay-per-view. Actually, no, let me refresh Wikipedia for a second. That match, I told you that match between Johnny Gargano and Almas lasted longer than the Extreme Rules match between Aleister Black and Adam Cole. That lasted about 22 minutes. The Extreme Rules match, the main event, lasted 10 minutes and 17 seconds longer than that other match. But it was still a good match. I'm losing my voice. Quintarius, that's one thing I have to agree with you on. That NXT pay-per-view was definitely better than Raw 25. Raw 25 was decent at best, but it wasn't like this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view trumped it. No pun intended, but it trumped this. It trumped Raw 25. And the pay-per-view lasted what, about 3 hours, almost over 3 hours. It just went off like about 10 minutes ago. It But it was still a good match. It really was. See, you was actually there around 25. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why Tommaso Ciampa is like actually like there. I mean, like I can understand him being there, but it's like at the same time, I'm like, what is this rivalry with Tommaso Ciampa gonna do for Johnny Gargano at this point? And speaking of another Ring of Honor name, I've followed Tommaso Ciampa's career for a while. And speaking of ROH names, did anybody like a few weeks back or what about a month back catch the signing of Don Vidajak? Now I actually talk to Don Vidajak on Twitter off and on sometimes. I'm like, this guy has what it takes to be in WWE. I would love to see him in NXT because I watched his Ring of Honor career since he became top prospect in 2015. Was it 2015 or 2016? Because this guy's talented for his size. I'd love to see him make an impact in NXT soon. But what do y'all think about WWE signing all these Ring of Honor talents and indie talents? What do y'all think about it? Because I feel like it's definitely going to change the way WWE is like, is goes into the next year or two. I feel like they're going to get pushes. Like the people on NXT that we see now are going to be on the main roster of Raw and SmackDown for the next couple of years. I feel like it. And a lot of these guys are talented. Like, it's just, I've seen these guys for the past few years come up in the ranks, and it's just crazy. Oh, Donovan Jajak's been with WWE for like 3 months. So I feel like he's going to make an impact. But let's see. So where y'all thoughts heading to the Royal Rumble tomorrow? What y'all think's gonna happen at the Royal Rumble since NXT Takeover? Because NXT's takeovers was tonight, the Royal Rumble's tomorrow, and Monday night's probably gonna take place there too. Monday Night Raw. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, Bullet Club versus Balor Club would be crazy. I would love to see like the surprise entrances for a Royal Rumble this year. That's what I'd like to see. What do you think about the first ever women's Royal Rumble? I feel like the women's Royal Rumble is gonna have a lot of entries because there's not enough women like on the current roster to fill out the 30 people slot. So I think we're going to see a few familiar faces with the Women's Royal Rumble tomorrow, as well as a few new faces with the Women's Royal Rumble tomorrow. I personally can't wait to see it because I want to see if there's any talents from NXT coming up, or if there's like maybe surprise entrances from the indie scene, or if there's any legends coming back. And Trish, Stratus, Beth Phoenix, Lita being three of them. And speaking of Raw 25, why was Lita not there? Can somebody let me know? Because I'm surprised Lita wasn't there. Because she, as well as Trish Stratus, has so much to do with Monday Night Raw. Like from 2000 to 2006, 2007. They they just did their thing on Monday nights. I don't know why Lita wasn't there. And I've been trying to read dirt sheets or trying to read people's Twitters and see what's going on, but I can't. Like, because as recent as 2017, Lita was there, so I don't know what's going on. I want Asuka to win a Royal Rumble. I want her to win the Women's Royal Rumble. I feel like they're gonna build her up and she's gonna win the Royal Rumble tomorrow. I just feel like that because it would be stupid not for her not to win the Royal Rumble. Oh, and whoever thumbs down this video, I appreciate that. I count a thumbs down as a thumbs up, so thanks. You still thumbs up me. Oscar versus Ronda Rousey. I feel like that would be good if it ever happened in reality. Um, Notorious, no, he didn't. He did not, because if he did, Vince McMahon would be trending before NXT trending on Twitter. So that's definitely not. Now, if you're talking about Enzo Amore, that's a different situation, but not Vince McMahon. That's just trolling, I feel like. Now, oh, wait a minute. Well, we'll probably hear about it tomorrow, but I feel like those are rumors. I feel like they are. Oh, well, this was stuff that was going on. They was talking about yesterday. So why would it be like why wasn't he trending yesterday if it was being talked about yesterday? What's up, Eternal Bro? How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. And speaking of Vince McMahon and stuff, let me see. Let me see. I feel like all this stuff about Vince McMahon and sexual assault, like, is just crazy, because it would have been trending yesterday. No, I know the XFL is coming back. I remember. Did I do a live stream on XFL coming back, or did I talk about it during my SmackDown, like top 10 SmackDown live moments reaction? But yeah, I do. And the XFL was coming back like earlier this week when everybody else found out. I was actually surprised that Vince McMahon wanted redo the XFL with him being like what 71, 72 years old. I mean, that's just crazy. But back to NXT Takeover Philadelphia. What did y'all think of NXT Takeover Philadelphia? Oh, that's what's up, Eternal. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Hmm. I don't know, because I think Dean Ambrose is like legit out with a legit injury at the moment. No, I'm not shocked that Vince McMahon might have committed sexual assault. I mean, like, this Vince McMahon we're talking about here. The guy who literally got off at the steroid trial of 90, what, 92, 93. So anything Vince McMahon does, I'm really not surprised by. He could land a spaceship on Mars tomorrow, and I would not be surprised. But as far as Dean Ambrose goes, he suffered a triceps injury and he'll be out of action for 9 months. So it's a legit injury. When Samoa Joe and Sheamus and Cesaro attacked him backstage, they worked over his arm, and that was to write him off of TV. So Dean Ambrose probably won't be making a return at the Royal Rumble. Because even on Wikipedia, I'm reading it right now, he suffered a triceps injury. He will be out of action for like 9 months. Let's see what else I can find. Everybody's talking about NXT TakeOver right now. Let me see what I found. Johnny Gargano. All the women around him, I'm sorry, but fame brings the hoe. Sorry, but it's true. Yeah, we know that, Eternal. I mean, no, I don't believe Wikipedia is notorious, but that's why I go Twitter, go to PW Insider, I go all the wrestling websites, and I go to Twitter too to confirm everything. So yeah. So I can go to all these different websites, and I could just, for a fact, I can go to all these different websites and I can look it up and make sure it's right. As far as the Miz turn face, that would actually be cool, to be honest. I would love to see the Miz turn face. And yeah, Alicia Taylor, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? The truth about Enzo, yes, it's the truth. It's not only been confirmed by multiple websites, but Wikipedia also confirmed it too. I know people can change Wikipedia and stuff, but a lot of people have been stopping people from like spamming and doing stuff on Wikipedia because of, let me see, numerous complaints. But as far as Enzo Amore, he's not in WWE no more. He was fired earlier this week, and is still due to sexual assault allegations because he didn't, from what I've heard, from what people tweeted to me, he knew about what was going on, but he didn't notify WWE what was going on, and that's one of the reasons why he was fired, as well as his backstage attitude. And like as far as bringing sketchy people to the show, that's another reason why Enzo was fired. But WWE has zero tolerance policy for matters involving sexual harassment and sexual assault, which is kind of ironic given what I've just heard about Vince McMahon. And as far as going on Wikipedia, finding out different things about Vince McMahon, uh, it's just okay. I don't know what's going on with everybody. It seems like they're going batshit crazy, and it's not cool. But the last time somebody tweeted about this was January 26th, and I'll let y'all even see what this tweet says. It says, a 22-year-old woman working at a Florida tanning salon said Vince sexually assaulted her in a booth in '06, and this is why we never heard about it. But I feel like if that was the case, why are we finding out just now? And it's very convenient that this will happen around the time that he announces the relaunching of the XFL. And like I said, I feel like what happened with Enzo Amore, I feel like it's true. And Eternal, would you want to join me and Michael on Global Sports Podcast? I did for special content. I mean, you have great WWE talk that I'll see if I'm not busy, because I'm busy with the reaction videos. I'm busy with the gaming channel, and I just have a lot of stuff in my personal life. So I don't know, but I'll see about it. I'll see about it. Um, yeah, I feel like a lot of stuff will work out. Let's see. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Trying to get this camera angle right, it's just difficult. Roman better not win. Really? Why you don't want Roman to win? Oh man. Well, you know what? I feel like Roman Reigns is a good wrestler, but him winning is just a little too much. Do you think Will Ospreay will go to WWE? I thought Will Ospreay was in like Ring of Honor right now. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. The Miz winning the Royal Rumble. Well, first of all, as far as the Royal Rumble, what do y'all think? Who do y'all think will win the Royal Rumble tomorrow? That's what I want to know. Because I feel like there's a lot of good contenders in the Royal Rumble. And as far as tomorrow night, who do you think will win the triple threat match? Braun Strowman, Kane, or Brock Lesnar? Do you think Brock Lesnar will retain the title? That's another thing I want to know. Because I feel like Braun Strowman's going to win the WWE title, or whatever title it is. The Universal title. Because it'll be a travesty if he did not win the title because of the way they've been pushing him. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like Braun Strowman should have been champion since last year. That's just my feeling on the entire thing. Let me put this worst camera angles ever. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm live streaming from my phone, actually. So that's why the camera angles are just off. And there's not really many places I can latch my phone to. Can't latch it to the top of my computer because it'll fall down. So, yeah, I'm not fan to have my arm hold this thing up for like 30 minutes. So, nah. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. They're saying Roman versus Brock. We don't want Roman versus Brock again. Please don't tell me they're really setting that up. Please don't tell me they're saying they will. Oh, WWE, why don't you listen to the fans? Why don't you listen to the fans? I don't know what WWE's thinking, but it's just crazy. Yeah, because Roman versus Brock with Seth Rollins was pretty okay, but not just Roman versus Brock. We don't want that. We want either Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman or something different. I don't, I don't understand. But I bet you $5 they will. Oh man. Okay. I feel like they might give us that, even though we don't want that. They might give it to us. Um, all right, but let's get back to the NXT Takeover review because we are getting way off topic. As far as we're still talking wrestling, yes, but we're getting way off topic of the NXT Takeover review. I mean, yeah, the NXT Takeover Philadelphia review. What were your thoughts on the? What was your thoughts on NXT Takeover Philadelphia? What do you think they could have done different as far as certain matches went? Let's see. Let me see. What did you just comment? Alistair versus Cole in a Buried Alive match. You know what? I feel like if this rivalry gets further, like deeper and deeper, we probably see a steel cage match or a Hell in a Cell match at most. You know what I would love to see, to be honest, in wrestling in general? Like, if a rivalry just gets too intense or too heated, they bring back the triple cage match that WCW had. They bring that triple cage match back. Because that was one of the things in WCW's dying days that I actually enjoyed. Even though it was just to promote that god awful Ready to Rumble movie, I loved the triple cage match. Not one cell, not not two cells, but like three cells, just like in one match. Like you have one cage with a roof on top of it, you have another cage with a roof on top of it, you have one more cage with a roof on top of it. Notorious only if TNA goes out of business would they like invade Raw or like WWE in general. And Quintarius, you're right. If they can bring back War Games, and hell, if they can bring back Starcade, why can't they bring back the Triple Cage that WCW had? I mean, I feel like, okay, what are your thoughts on this? This is my, thoughts. What are your thoughts on the Elimination Chamber versus the Triple Cage? I mean, you can do more in the Elimination Chamber match, yes, but as far as the Triple Cage match, what would you want to see more? Like to sell a feud in a singles match? Would you want to see an Elimination Chamber singles match, or would you want to see a Triple Cage singles match? Triple Cage, yeah. Because you know what? There's always pictures. There's pictures of it on Google. Let's see. And you cannot tell me that the Triple Cage wasn't a beautiful creation. Here's something from a pro wrestling blog. You can't tell me the Triple Cage wasn't beautiful. Look at that Triple Cage. I would love to see this come back to a wrestling event. Look at that. One cage on top of another on top of another. You can't tell me that don't look beautiful. I don't know why the steel cages were always like small in height in WCW, but that just looks like a miniature version of a Hell in a Cell. But the triple cage is just beautiful. I love it. It's like a work of art. I don't know who had the concept of the triple cage, but whoever did was a genius in my opinion. Because that was like the one shining light in WCW's dying day. Let's see. Oh, with the electric chair thing. Oh, I know what match you're talking about. I know what match you're talking about, Quintarius. Um, I know exactly what match you're talking about. That match was awful, though. Um, Cage match with electric chair. If I'm not mistaken, that took place. Yeah, yeah, that was a Chamber of Horrors match at Halloween Havoc '91. Okay, that's yeah, nah. I would not want to see anything like that because that was like one of the stupidest gimmick matches that was created in wrestling history. But anyway, because we're just getting way off. Yeah, it was funny though the way Abdullah Butcher sold that. But anyway, we are getting way off topic right about now. We, NXT Philadelphia. What were your thoughts on Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly defeating the Authors of Pain? What was y'all's thought on it? How do you think the match could have went? Because it looked like it could have went either way. I feel like the match could have went either way between the two. I love, like I said earlier, I love how Authors of Pain should have won. I love how the Undisputed Era. I love how they worked the leg of Akam or Razor. It was one or two. Razor, Akam, however you say their name. They worked that leg over good. The build up to the match was good too. Don't get me wrong. I love the build up to the match. The feud that they've been having over the past couple weeks, and it was just the build up to it was good, and the payoff at the pay per view was good. The match with Velveteen Dream versus Cassius Ono. How do y'all think that should have went? They remind me of Twin Towers and Blade Runners. Exactly. I was getting ready to say which version of Twin Tower. Oh no! I'm thinking never. My fault. My fault. I'm thinking skyscrapers. I'm thinking WCW too much. I was thinking skyscrapers, Undertaker and Sid Vicious, and then Dan Spivey and Sid Vicious. That's my fault. But yeah, they remind me of Boss Man and Akeem the Dream. They remind me of them. Now, as far as Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ono, how do you think that match? How do y'all think that match should have went? Because I love how they pushing Velveteen Dream. I feel like he's heading towards a face turn. If not already, he's at the face turn already. But that's just my opinion. Oh, nice, Quintarius. Nice. Now, see that I agree with. But you know what? I'm gonna say this because Velveteen Dream, his gimmick reminds me of so many people wrapped into one. And even I tweeted this out, and there's one person that I forgot to mention in the tweet. I tweeted this out on my Twitter account earlier, and I was thinking, let me see if it's still here, so that way I could like. I even said this is why I said Velveteen Dream's character is like a mix of Kurt Angle as far as being cocky, arrogant, and athletic, which is true. It's his character is also like a mix of Gold Dust, which is exotic and sexually ambiguous, and like, and as far as like wrestling goes, like for those who remember who Elix Skipper is, he was a wrestler that wrestled for NWA Wildside at one point. He wrestled for WCW in his dying days, and he wrestled in TNA. And during that time, all three companies, over a span of almost a decade, his prime thing was trying to get people to say his name to get himself over. So I feel like because Velveteen Dream wants everybody to say his name, so I feel like his character is like his one character is like a mix of Kurt Angle, Goldust, and Elix Skipper. But I forgot to mention it's also like the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea, who wrestled in WCW for a while. But he was known as the artist formerly known as Prince Iakea during WCW's dying days. That's what his gimmick reminds me of. It reminds me of all four people in one. But even without this Velveteen Dream gimmick, I felt like Patrick Clark could get over it if he's given the right opponent, the right feud, and the right match types. He could get himself over. That's why when Leo Rush came to NXT, I was like, oh, this would be the perfect time for Velveteen Dream to be his Patrick Clark character, because Patrick Clark and Leo Rush's feud in MCW was good. Then they became tag team partners. And I feel like had he been given, he could have worked with the Patrick Clark gimmick if he had been given the right opponent, the right promos, just the right everything. But I also feel like the Velveteen Dream gimmick is good for him too, in a way. Exactly, exactly. That Purple Rainmaker elbow drop, it's not like Randy Savage's. It's nice though. The way he came down with it's good. And if that gets him over, then it gets him over, you know? Well, I mean, excuse me, I had burp for a second, y'all. My fault. I try to be as professional as I can during videos and live streams, but I just, when you eat something and it comes back up and you feel like you have to burp, my advice to y'all is just burp. But as far as Leo Rush did with saying that Emma wasn't ready for Oscar, that's disrespectful. I don't care who you are, wrestler, basketball player, football player. That's like Stephen Curry going one on one with LeBron James, and LeBron James getting the better of him, and then afterwards, Steph Curry is released from the Golden State Warriors. Then Kyle Lowry tweets, "Oh, well, I think Steph Curry wasn't ready for LeBron James." Then what would happen in that situation? So you gotta think. It's all about respect in any profession you're in, whether it's basketball, football, professional wrestling. It's all about respect. Leo Rush, when he put that tweet out, he was getting ready to get released by WWE at that point. Because it's just about backstage attitude. Again, when I say backstage attitude, Enzo Amore comes to mind. Because one of the reasons why he was released, this other than the sexual assault case and the allegations against him, is because of poor backstage attitude. Not only that, but just bringing sketchy people backstage in general, not being courteous about the business. Enzo had backstage heat with everyone, including Big Cass, which is why Big Cass and Enzo split last year on screen because of how everything was going on off screen. Now back to Leo Rush. That tweet that he made that Emma wasn't ready for Oscar right after she had matched the previous night and found out she got released the next day. If not, I'm mistaken, it's happened like that because I remember Emma being released that day, Darren Young being released that day, and somebody else was released that day too. I don't know, I forgot who, but somebody else was released that day. But it all comes down to professionalism. But anyway, like I said, we're getting off track again. What was the next match on the list? Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler. However you say her name. Oh my god, these names are hard to pronounce. But what do y'all think about the Ember Moon versus Baszler match? How do you think? Oh, Jim Johnson was released that day. Thanks for that, Quintarius. I was like, somebody else got released that day. But anyway, back to this. Jacob Bright, welcome to the stream. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome. Didn't like the match, but glad Ember won. I liked the match, but then at the end it got stupid. I'll admit. I liked the match, but at the end it got stupid. The way her arm was and the way it went, the way her arm was and the way it went back after Shaza like stomped on it, it looked so legit that even when I try to bend my arm like this right now, it hurts like hell. So I'm like, imagine getting stomped on, even though it's like a worked stomp. Imagine just getting stomped on your arm, like on the bend of the elbow in general. That hurts. But then to oversell it to a point, okay, she was putting a real submission on. But then the way the match ended, she was putting a real submission on. How come Ember couldn't just go for the cover right then and there and get the 3 count? She had to roll around the ring for what felt like a good 2.5 minutes before she could even get the cover and get the 3 count. It just, I don't know if it was like if Basler went into business for herself or if it was just part of the script. But at the same time, I feel like it was most likely part of the script. And if that's the case, then how come she just didn't go for the cover right off the bat instead of making Basler look stupid like that? Because the way it just happened, everybody was just, I don't know. Everybody was talking about on Twitter, why didn't she just go for a pin? It was a weak finish. Oh, I know she was in the MMA. I know she was in MMA. I'm just saying it's weak. It's just weak the way the match finished. It was just weak in my opinion. I don't understand, but now what about the match? What about the attack after the match? Because I felt like that was good. That brings more to the story, and I feel like it's gonna make their feud continue, like heading into next month NXT Takeover pay per view. Because after this, it's gonna be NXT Takeover New Orleans. But when is NXT Takeover New Orleans gonna be? April 7th, 2008. So it's gonna be, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel like they might play up the rivalry between her and Ember up until February or March at the most, because to keep it continuing until April is a little bit overkill. I feel like not unless you like do the rivalry like the right way. But let's see. Let me go back. Wikipedia always helps me, especially when analyzing wrestling. Let me see. But if you play the rivalry right, I feel like it can last till April. Now, as far as the Aleister Black versus Adam Cole match, how do y'all think that should have went? Do y'all feel like that should have went different, maybe, or like, are y'all satisfied with the outcome? Because I liked it. I like how Undisputed Era interviewed. Oh, I said interviewed. Wow, interviewed, y'all. I think I just created a new name. Hashtag interviewed in the comments section down below. Hashtag interviewed. But I like how the Undisputed Era interfered in the match. I also like how Sandy interfered in the match too. And the way the match was with just the near falls, the even balance, the fighting, the chairs, the table, that spot through the table was nice. That spot that Aleister Black did on Adam Cole through that announce table was nice. And I like the blackout that he did. Whatever it's called, whatever his finishing move was, the way Adam Cole was holding that steel chair up, and he was like, "I'm gonna end you." He was just saying over and over again, "I'm gonna end you." And as he was coming up with that chair getting ready to hit him, he did that spin kick, and it was just nice. Yeah, yeah. You said that earlier, so that means I did ask the question earlier. All right. Well, that's good. I appreciate that. But yeah, with his character called Black Mass, I keep forgetting about that. I'm thinking Blackout, Black Mass. There's just like a lot of different names start like with the word black in. You think Blackout, whatever. But thanks, I appreciate you pointing out Quintarius. I appreciate that. But a Buried Alive match would be good, especially with Aleister Black's character. Especially with the way his character is being like sinister and dark. It reminds me of something we'd see in the early days of TNA, like with Father James Mitchell, with Abyss, with Crowbar, aka Devin Storm, with Malice. Like having those characters in TNA back in the day, add current day Aleister Black to that mix. His character is dark and sinister. His character is just like, yeah, like dark and sinister. So I can picture him having a Buried Alive match. When's the last time we even seen a Buried Alive match in WWE? I'm gonna have to think on that. Now I know a lot of y'all. I know y'all gotta have something to say about the Johnny Gargano versus Almas match. I feel like that should have been Johnny Gargano's win, all the way. The way they built him up, he kept getting like he won every match. He was on a losing streak for a while. First of all, love the video package. Love the video package to hype up Johnny Gargano and Almas. They showed Gargano on a losing streak post DIY breakup. They showed Gil on a winning streak to become number one contender to the NXT Championship. And then not only that, but they showed Alma's rise a little bit. And then it showed how these two met in their feud. To not have Johnny Gargano win is just, it kind of pisses me off a little bit, because I watched that match from start to finish and I felt like Johnny Gargano should have won. Zelina was interfering in any way possible, distracting a referee, hitting Johnny Gargano with a hurricanrana into his steps on the outside. The spots in the match were good, like double foot, the double foot stomp from Almas to Gargano on the outside. That was nice. The double knee into the post, the turnbuckle post, while Gargano was just sitting there on the ring apron was nice. I love certain spots of the match. Every attempt at the DDT that Almas tried was countered in some way. I felt like up until the last couple of them. That DDT, like that spring, like that hanging DDT to end the match was good. But I felt like that should have been Johnny Gargano holding the NXT title up at the end of the match. I felt like there's a lot of different ways that match could win. There's a lot of different ways the main event could have went, and with it going like a half an hour, it was good. The build up to the match was good. The payoff to the match was good, and telling the story with their body in between the match was good. What's up, Gil Hernandez? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? But I feel like the match had all the right tools to be like a 5-star match. But watch Dave Meltzer. Watch Dave Meltzer's gonna give this match a 4.5-star match, like a 4.5 stars or a 4-star match, because Dave Meltzer, everybody, it's hard to impress that man. It's just hard to impress Dave Meltzer. I don't know. It's like he walks around with a stick up his butt all the time. Like, it just takes so much to impress Dave Meltzer. But that right there, that main event with Almas and Johnny Gargano is a 5-star match. Let me see. Gil Hernandez, how are you doing? Where are you typing? Are you saying that my live stream is, or are you saying that the match was? Let's see. I love translation, Google Translation. Oh, I am. Oh, I'm okay. Okay. Let's see. I got one for you. Let's see. I got one for you, buddy. You're blocked, buddy. Because you're going to say I'm bullshit. Like my channel's bullshit. Well, you're blocked, buddy. So you can take that to the bank. Your messages are now deleted. I don't know if it's my phone or not, but really can't hear. It's probably my phone. I'm not sure. Can you hear me better now, or is it still acting up? Because I can hear myself just fine. Like when I put my headset on, I can hear myself just fine. So it's probably your phone. Yeah, like when I put my headphones on, I can hear myself well. So it's probably your phone. But I feel like I said, I feel like the main event for the match, for the NXT TakeOver match, should have been Johnny Gargano. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed my review of NXT TakeOver. Steven, I appreciate it. It's okay. It's okay. It's cool. And the Taker match, you know, at this point, I feel like I could pretty much say it. we're never ever getting Sting versus Undertaker now. Even 6 years ago, I would have said we probably would have had slim chance of getting Undertaker versus Sting. But the way WWE's booking is, they just don't want to please us fans. They really don't. But yeah, I feel like one last Taker match. I just hope, because when he wrestles, sometimes it feels like he's kind of half dead. Like, and I hate to say that about Taker, but he's getting up in age. He's getting up in age, guys. So I don't know how much longer Undertaker's gonna be able to wrestle in any capacity. I have charged my phone, y'all. Let me see if I can like keep my live stream going while I charge my phone. Yeah, most likely Cena that he's done. That's what everybody's saying. They're saying John Cena's gonna be Undertaker's last WrestleMania opponent. And I'm like, why is John Cena even still wrestling? John Cena's a part timer now. He don't need to wrestle. Like his light then came and gone. He reached his prime years ago. It's time for John Cena to pass the torch to somebody else. Hmm. Exactly. John Cena's like The Rock. The only difference is John Cena don't have no 3-star movies or 4-star movies like The Rock do. He only has movies that reach 1.5 stars at best. And that's on good. That's with like a good movie. Let me see. But I feel like Undertaker's gonna have this one last match, and I feel like he's gonna retire in general. John Cena's way past his prime. He should be retiring or slowing down his schedule. Cause I mean, John Cena is on the Bella Twins YouTube channel a lot. So I mean, hey, John Cena can have a successful YouTube channel if he creates one of his own. But Nate Wrestling, how you doing? How you doing? I know EC3 debuted tonight. I feel like, and I said this in a lot of my tweets. Like when I found out EC3 was released from TNA, I said this in my tweets. I was like, I hope he don't go to WWE. I hope he goes to Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling, or somewhere. I feel like they would use him right, because you see what WWE did with him the first time when he was Derek Bateman. Now he's coming back. What, about 4, almost 5 years later as EC3? Hopefully they use him right, because I hate. And here's one of my pet peeves. I'll let y'all know one of my pet peeves when it comes to pro wrestling. I hate when they misuse a very talented wrestler. I hate when they misuse a very talented wrestler. I see a lot of talented wrestlers come and go over the years so much, and it hurts my heart sometimes. Nave Wrestling, Almas. Let me see. Let me see. I can't pronounce this guy's name to save my life. Andrade Almas retained the title against Johnny Gargano. He's still champion. Johnny Gargano did not win the NXT title at all. I was hoping he did, because I watched that match. I was rooting for Johnny Gargano, and he didn't come through. But you know what? It was a half an hour match. It was a 32-minute, 34-second match from bell to bell. And I'll even let y'all see on Wikipedia. 32 minutes. Let me see. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. 32 seconds, 34 minutes. It outlasted the Extreme Rules match by 10 minutes and I would say 20 or 30 seconds or so, 32 seconds. But it was a good match. Still a good match, even though Johnny Gargano did not win the title. With AJ Styles finish his career in NXT, I hope not. I hope not. AJ Styles is a good wrestler. Do you mean, let me see, AJ Styles? Did he say he was going to finish up his career this year or next year? Because AJ Styles is 40. He's going to be 41. Like, he's going to turn 41 a day before I turn 25. His birthday is June 2nd. So he's going to turn 41 this year. I feel like when he reaches, I feel like by the end this year or early next year, he might retire. Hmm. Oh, back to what I was saying about EC3. I feel like, and this was with any wrestling promotion, It hurts me to see when they don't use a talent right. Like any wrestler they use, if they don't use them right, it's like a pet peeve of mine. Just pisses me off because we've seen how TNA treated AJ Styles near the end of his run with the company, and that was bad. That was just bad. Um, well, I've actually seen how TNA treated a lot of his stars. Like R-Truth, he was the first black, no, let me say this. He was the first African American NWA World Champion. He went from that to being tag team champions with Pac-Man Jones, Adam Pac-Man Jones, a football player in TNA. And then he was released from TNA. Either that or he requested his release. And R-Truth was talented, still is talented. And when I say I'm pissed that WWE misuses talent, look at how they've been misusing R-Truth since like 2012 or 2013. I just don't understand why WWE feels like R-Truth has to be a comedic character. But if he could be a NWA World Champion, and he the first Black National Wrestling Alliance World Champion at that, why can't he be a WWE World Champion? I just don't understand why WWE misuses good talent. I really don't. But back to what y'all was saying. My fault, my fault. I just don't want to get on a tirade or rant about misusing talent. Oh, by the way, if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video. And as far as AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura 2, I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Oh, and speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, did anybody see that RKO that Randy Orton gave Shinsuke Nakamura earlier this week? It was sweet, wasn't it? I've seen better RKOs than that, though. Like, if you watch RVD's matches, like Rob Van Dam's match with Randy Orton on numerous occasions, the way he sells the RKO, it looks like Randy Orton's literally broke his neck on some occasions. That, like, if you ever see, like, RVD take a DDT or something, imagine RVD taking a DDT. But then reimagine that as RVD taking an RKO from Randy Orton, and that's basically what you get. RVD lands head first with RKO. Yeah, RVD looks dead when he gets hit with RKO. Exactly. I don't know why he sells it like that. But I think that's where Dolph Ziggler gets his selling lessons from. He gets it from Rob Van Dam. Um, but let's see. All right, I'm probably in my live stream in a second. So, is there any other things y'all want to say about like what y'all thought about tonight's pay per view? Yes, I do have Twitter. I'll link my Twitter down below. It's just RC_reacts. Let me see. This is my Twitter. Twitter is. I feel like I'm out of breath, y'all. I don't know why. I drank so much water today, but I feel like I'm out of breath. Twitter is RC Reacts, and my Instagram is RC Reacts, not RC_reacts, but it's, let's see, Instagram, RC, it's just Instagram/RC Reacts. Okay, so, thank you, Jacob, for following me. My phone just alerted me. It just like buzz, but I appreciate the follow, man, for real. If anybody else want to follow me, feel free to. I'd appreciate it. But I could use that to just stand my phone up on something that's perfect. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. And I feel like Kenny going WWE. I feel like that'll happen. Let me see. I feel like it will. Let's see. Also, if y'all want, I'll link that too. So that way, feel free to help a brother out, you know. But Kenny going to WWE, I feel like that'll happen. But you know what? I appreciate everybody that came to my live stream tonight. I even appreciate the people who disliked my live stream because hey, a dislike to me is still a like. So I mean, haters are gonna hate, but I still love y'all. So again, hopefully y'all enjoyed the live stream. Smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share, suggest me any type of video you want to see me react to in the comment section down below. Also, be sure to check out my gaming channel, Gaming with RC, and also let me know if y'all like to see more live streams too. And until next time, much love, stay cool, y'all. Peace.